Hello friends, my name is Keith Hershey. What an honor to celebrate the life and ministry of Dr. Frederick K.C. Price. I remember many, many years ago in 1979, I was just finishing university, getting my BA degree, and on a Sunday morning I was channel surfing on the TV, and suddenly this gospel preacher who preached with such authority kind of arrested me, captured my attention, and I couldn't get away. I became a secret listener of Dr. Price, and each week I would take notes. It was during this time that God called me full-time to preach in the nations, to serve the Lord in missions around the world. Later that year, in September, I went into full-time ministry 2 weeks prior to my 22nd birthday, working with a group of African leaders. In 1984, I came back to America and founded Mutual Faith Ministries. It was during this season of the 80s and early 90s where Dr. Price and my path crossed. I was so blessed one day to get a 15-minute meeting with him in his office. I was a nervous wreck, but he put me at ease. And while I was speaking that day to him, I was talking about shipping these 40-foot containers to Africa and filling a hospital, a 3-story hospital for Dr. Benson Idahosa. And while I was talking, he stopped me. He said to me, "Keith, what are you doing this Sunday?" I said, "Dr. Price, I have nothing on my schedule." He said, "I want you to come to the Faith Dome, and I want you to speak to my people like you're speaking to me." I said, "Well, thank you very much." So the meeting ended, and on Sunday morning, Heidi and I showed up. Dr. Price, Dr. Betty Price were so kind. They had us sitting with them. And Dr. Price got up on that main stage, that circular stage, and he said, "A couple of days ago, a young man came to see me." He said, "I don't know him, but while he was talking, I felt prompted that what he was telling me, he needs to tell you. His name is Keith Hershey. Keith, come on up." He waved me to come on up, and then he said to all the people, he says, "Since I don't know him very well, I'm going to make sure he doesn't get out of hand." He said, "I'm going to sit up here by the podium, and I'm going to sit on this speaker monitor and to make sure he doesn't get out of hand." And of course, all the people laughed. And he handed me the mic, and I stood there next to him. And I spoke to the people what was in my heart within my 5-minute allotted time. And when I was done, I put my microphone down, and the people erupted with joy. And as I walked off the stage, Dr. Price grabbed me by the back of the neck or by my shoulder and brought me back, and he said, "I want you to remember the name Keith Hershey like the chocolate bar. Whenever this young man tells me he's shipping a container of hospital equipment or any type of vehicles or supplies to Africa, we're going to pay for it." And of course, the place got very happy. When the service was over, Dr. Price and Betty took Heidi and I to the Bonaventure Hotel for a meal. They didn't have an entourage. It was just them investing into our lives, investing into young people with little dreams for the nations of the world. I am so grateful for the life and ministry of Dr. Price. I'm so grateful for his kindness that he always exhibited to Heidi and I. And I always want God's people to know that my life has been forever impacted through the life and ministry of Dr. Frederick K.C. Price. God loves you all completely, and we do too.